Morning, girls. How are we doing back here again with Amberlynn Reid? Finally, she's been gone for a little bit of time. I know there's been some shenanigans going on Instagram where she posted up about how she was ghosted by a person she was trying to chat with. She does a mention of he ghosted me. Maybe it's just her being trolling or misspelling or whatever. I really don't care if she's going for man or woman, to be fair. The fact that she's going for anyone alive is depressing to me, honestly. So she finally came back. It's a 20-minute long video, so I guess this is like why she took so long. It took her this long to be able to create just one 20-minute long video. She probably put like a week's worth of effort into just this. Turning to alcohol, fantastic. I'm so excited. Diagnosed with BPD, more like obesity. I still love that. It's one of my favorite jokes. Saying goodbye forever. Oh no, guys. I'm assuming it's going to be some dramatic, like, I'm saying goodbye to Felina and my old relationship forever. Maybe because she got a new relationship, or maybe because she's just being overly dramatic. Imagine Amber being overly dramatic. Who would have guessed it? Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So today we're going to do like a Q&A type style.
Oh,
I feel like I haven't done just like a straight up Q&A in a very long time.
You literally did one last month. What the fuck are you talking about? It was last month she did the, guys, what questions do you have for me? And that's where the questions came from, where she goes, oh, people have been asking me these 4 particular questions, and I'm not going to answer them just yet. Because remember, I hinted at them like a couple of months ago. Well, I'm going to hint at them again and then just kind of move on. Like, I called it out because it was just very blatant clickbaiting, and it's just trying to string along her audience with something she thinks they're interested in. Like, we literally have that. I think her last community tab post is still up asking for questions, and I had seen, yes, that she had put up another one recently. So, I'm sorry, I haven't done a Q&A. It's literally all you seem to do.
And I know there's probably a lot of questions, a lot of things you guys want to know, want me to talk about, clarify.
She really thinks she's more interesting than she is, doesn't
whatever
she?
It may be. So it's perfect time to do that. I know I have not really been posting, and honestly, it's because so much is like going on up here that it's hard for me to sit and focus. Plus, I've been busy, out doing things.
Remember the way she said she was like perfectly fine, doesn't need her medication anymore, and she was like doing really well. And like, at what point are we here in this breakup saga? Because I'm assuming this is still the breakup saga. Yes, it is 4 months later, but I guess this is still the breakup saga, because we've gone back and forth between her being like totally like heartbroken by it at the start, to being totally okay with it, to being totally heartbroken by it, by actually being happy that it happened, and she's like happy to have escaped, to being like devastated by it, to moving, and she hasn't felt any form of anxiety at all since she moved, to oh my god, my mental health is so bad I can't even upload to YouTube. Like, where are we on the curve?
And it's just like I went through a very big moment by moving to a completely different state,
which you said was
living
great,
by myself for the first time in my life,
you said you're enjoying
in this way, around family that I haven't been around since,
which you said you're enjoying. So it's all positive.
I was in a relationship with a person that I thought I was going to be with forever, that I literally thought I was going to marry.
Yeah, but you broke up with him 4 months ago, and you said that you were over it and you didn't have any negative feelings or anything like that whatsoever, and you're totally fine, and ever since you've left that, you've had no anxiety whatsoever, and you're trying to hint that Felina wasn't actually very good for you. You've kind of made that hint a few times. Like, everything she listed there was a positive. So like, oh, my mental health, guys. It's like, but you were trying to make it sound great a week ago.
There was a lot of different things happening, and which are still happening.
Sure.
And it's just like I was
that you can't
filming
talk about
every
yet?
single day, and
No, you
uploading
weren't.
every other day.
No, you weren't.
And I think I just got burnt out, because it really was just like
that was like a very, very short period of time where she was like uploading like more or less kind of every day with like some breaks, but it wasn't like ridiculously long. Like I remember for Vlogmas, she claims that, guys, I've uploaded for more than 31 days straight, and here we got like a week, and she's like, God, I burnt out
so much at once, and I was feeling overwhelmed, and I've kind of just like disappeared. So I do want to say I'm sorry for that. Okay, so I actually posted 3 days ago, anything you want me to talk about in an upcoming video. I posted that on my community tab.
Oh god, this had better not just be a 20-minute long Q&A. Oh no. Oh, I know you mentioned the Q&A bit, but I didn't think this was going to be just a 20-minute long sitting down answering questions. And like, oh god, she's probably not going to answer any interesting ones. Oh no.
So I'm just going to go in order. Obviously, I'm going to skip over things that either A, don't want to talk about, things I feel like
I don't like you.
Too disrespectful for me.
Oh my god.
Or like repeat questions, but I'm just going to start from the top and work my way down.
Repeat questions? Do you include repeat questions as people have asked you this repeatedly and you're still not answering it? Is that what a repeat question is here? She does not skip repeat questions. This woman has like answered her favorite color like 17 fucking times.
Let's get into it. Okay, so the first question is, why are you suddenly no longer complaining about any of your multiple health issues that were always causing you to be set back, or your mental health?
I'm surprised, because I actually saw this one when I looked at it, because it's like one of the top rated ones. I'm actually surprised. I wonder if she's going to read the whole question out and then be like, I'm not answering, that's so disrespectful.
Problems that you felt, the need to feel to use as a crutch every day, suddenly healed from everything.
Yep.
But before I answer that, I just want to say that's really sad that like when people are vocal about their like mental health or
oh my god
physical stuff, that people say, oh, you're using that as a crutch. When it's like things are too late or things
but you are
too far, you are too far gone, people are like, oh, you should have spoke up, you should have said something.
What? Does she not realize the difference between, it's like, because when people say, oh, they should have spoken up in regards to mental health, because they're probably talking about, like, ending themselves. Like, I wish it just talked to me. Something like that. The thing with Amber is, like, she says it all the time, and we know. We are fully aware of it, but weirdly, it seems to go away anytime she's like, yay, everything's amazing in my life. When she's trying to, like, portray, like, a happy front, or to, like, rub something in someone's face, or to flex on the haters, suddenly everything's amazing. But then, anytime she's in trouble, or she's done something stupid, or, like, the Becky thing comes out, or, like, the Destiny information drops on her, suddenly that's when there's issues with her, and she's all mental health doubts. It's like, fuck off.
And it's like, I am very much that person that...
Oh god, do you want to answer the questions?
I do say something. But I've noticed I have taken a lot of steps back in that regard, because I am feeling constantly judged. I am feeling like people think that I do use it as a crutch or an excuse. So I think that's the reason why that I'm not talking about those things anymore, because like even in this person's question, they said like, why are you no longer complaining about these things?
Yes.
I never feel like I'm coming from a complaining spot.
Oh my
I've always just tried to take pride in like being vocal about my mental health or like things that I'm going through. But overall, the reason why I'm not talking about these things anymore is because I have taken a step back.
Okay, sweet. So it's the same kind of excuse she uses for like everything, even things that people like want to see. She has like this is the same argument she has always done with like dieting, weight loss, any form of health related stuff, until like the next time she needs a crutch or she needs to clickbait you guys. Then suddenly it will come. This is why people call her out and say, I am very vocal about it. It's like, yes, you are. When you want attention or when you want money. Do you remember last year? This is about the time I got into it. Last year, around about this time, was the time when she was taking some kind of medication. I can't remember what it was. And on the medication, she read like the fucking like as possible side effects, and one of them was risk of cancer. And that was in the title. It was like risk of cancer. And that was obviously, people would look at that and go, oh no, oh my god, has the cancer come back? But if you watch the video, she mentions cancer exactly once, and it's her reading the possible side effects for this medication, and she put it in the title. This is what people are talking about with the way you kind of like bring up your apparent health issues anytime you want to, like the pneumonia thing that lasted like 8 months. It lasted like a full 8 months. She did all those hospital vlogs like for like fucking a week straight or something like that, where she went to the hospital like 4 times and was in the thumbnails crying and screaming and stuff like that, looking like she had just been told you are about to die. And then suddenly she's like, I have pneumonia or pulmonary or something like that, and then disappeared. And then when she like could use it again, like 6 months later, she's like, guys, remember the way I've been hinting over and over again about all the issues I've had that I couldn't talk about? I might have pneumonia again. And it was like, oh, really? Is that it? But she'd like been hinting at it over and over and over again. Kind of like she did like with those last couple questions where she was like, oh, there's stuff I can't talk about right now, but I want to soon, guys. And it is just trying to like hook the watcher and just get them to follow her on this journey and check out every new video. It is just pure clickbait. That's what the issue is.
Of talking about really personal things, and it's because of the response that I receive when I do that.
You said that 4 times now.
Doesn't help me. It actually
5
makes
times.
me feel worse.
17
Have you noticed an improvement in your health overall? So yeah, I do notice improvement.
Shut up, bitch. I'm not going to talk about my health or anything like that anymore because of the response fam. Yay, people. Next question. Has your health changed? Yes, my health has changed. Sorry. What? Come on, she set that up. This is trolling. There's no way you'd follow question 1, where she ends by saying she's not going to talk about her health anymore, to question 2, talking about her health. There's no way.
In my health.
Oh my god.
I come from like my stamina area type situation. Because it's like I was actually talking to my mom the other night, and I was like explaining to her like how bad I was in 2019, because she didn't even know. She didn't even know the extent of how bad I was, because it was just embarrassing. The only people who knew were the people that I lived with. It's like I was outside. I was actually taking a walk with my mom and Twinkie.
Sure you are.
I was just like, I wouldn't have been able.
Weird that we wasn't she out of breath, like standing at her tumble dryer or like her washing machine or something like that? Wasn't she like actively out of breath during one of those? Like I know I've commented before on like her walking from her bed into the living room during one shot, and you heard her deep breathing already at that. And I was like, guys, I go on walks all the time, and I was commenting about how my stamina is so much better. Bro, prove it.
able to do this in 2019, like not even remotely close.
Sure.
I am able to go and do things. Science museum is a really good example of that. Wow. Whereas in 2019, I couldn't do those things. And even my mom was like, what do you think changed? Like, how do you think that you did that? Like,
and then my mom said, insert unnatural human dialogue here so I can then go on and talk about how great I am. And what changed? Okay.
Even though you're still the same size as you were. It's because it takes work. It takes hard work to build your stamina. Like, it was very, very hard because...
Yeah, which is why you haven't done it, because it does actually take hard work to do it.
I remember in 2019, when I tried to take a shower, like, my legs would shake. I would be so out of breath. Yep. Like, for even 30 seconds of me standing, I was like...
I've seen all that. Like I've seen that recently.
As a person, it was terrifying. And I remember feeling like I'm never going to change. I remember feeling like this is how my life is always going to be. And I had a really good friend at the time who...
This is very much like what I was literally explaining with the first question, where the first question was a big fucking song and dance. You know, I can't talk about my health anymore because of you evil people. And then she obviously then immediately talked about her health. But because this is her using her health to gloat, to try and look how healthy I am, because people have been laughing at her because of how out of shape she has been recently. And she's like, actually guys, what you don't understand is I'm super healthy now. My stamina is so much better. And it's like, but it isn't. We've seen you. You can't do anything. You're out of breath constantly. You're always sitting or leaning on something. Anytime you're talking to the camera, you're leaning. That's why. Like, when she's, oh no, actually guys, you don't understand. My stamina actually a million times better. Trust me. My mom off screen asked me this when we were out for a walk together.
Experienced a lot of like the same things I was experiencing when it came to like my stamina, and like I literally couldn't even stand for 30 seconds. And I remember very well just like constantly talking to her about it and just saying like, is this how it's always going to be? Because that's what it felt like.
Oh my god, she's so dramatic.
And then slowly but surely over time, I said, no, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna stand for no...
Yeah, how about you stand and answer these questions as opposed to sitting here and answering these questions? Like, look, no one... This is a problem with the medical thing. No one wants this blatantly fake motivational speech about how you're such a fucking she-queen warrior. No one cares. No one believes it. No one wants it. This is the issue with your medical shit, is when you apparently should be talking about your medical stuff, all the stuff you hear. I'm hinting at this, guys, because it's happening in the background, but I won't tell you what it is. That shit, that's when you should just tell people, so you're not, like, very blatantly clickbaiting shit, or you shouldn't be clickbaiting in your fucking, like, titles. But then you shouldn't be doing this either, where you're talking about how you're so incredibly healthy and all, because people know in 2 weeks' time, they will see something that directly opposes this.
Reason. Like, there were times where I would purposely stand for no reason, just to build those muscles.
There's sometimes I would stand for no reason.
Like a really big thing for me that
Imagine
was I stopped sitting while cooking. I stopped sitting while doing things where normally I would sit. Like, sometimes I even journal standing up. Like, you don't need to be sitting.
Yeah, then do this video standing up. Doesn't that make sense? At any point during this fucking, like, boring ass monologue, did her brain not engage and go, oh fuck, maybe I should be doing this standing up as well?
All the time. And the biggest one for me is every time I go to a store, I would tell myself, do not get on the scooter.
And then you stop going to stores.
Part of that, what made it like easier, was being with Felina, because I felt ashamed and embarrassed. I did not want her to see me like that. So not one time while being in a relationship.
But she was like, but to be fair, you literally stopped leaving the house when you were with Felina. Like, the number of videos of you actually out and about dropped dramatically. The number of videos she has put out since leaving Felina, like, she has been in the store so many more times than I had seen in the entire length of their relationship. You know, I watched half of their relationship. The second half, they basically just didn't leave the house at any point.
Relationship with her, did I ever use a scooter? But it's just all those tiny little things. It's just like doing more, cleaning the house when there's no reason for it.
Oh my God.
It builds your stamina when you literally have...
You know what? There's constant reason for her to be cleaning her house. Her house is always filthy. It is always filthy. She like picks her camera angles very carefully to try and like keep it as close as possible so you don't see just the shite lying around the place, but her house is like always filthy. Anytime she does one of her cleaning videos, you just look in the back and go, oh Jesus, it is actually filthy. And it's like, I clean even when it's not necessary. Then your house wouldn't be constantly so dirty.
None. I'm not talking about like the average person. I don't think that cleaning is going to help your stamina. I mean, go for it.
You at one point were standing,
bedbound, getting up and doing things.
I stood for no reason to build my stamina.
Every single day, it makes it to where your stamina just improves. So then every single day you're able to do more and more. So now that it's been 4 years since then, that person in 2019, she doesn't exist.
Okay.
Like the mentality I had.
This whole, like, I can't believe we're 6 minutes in and we've answered 2 questions. And one question was about how she's not talking about health anymore, and the second question was about her health. Oh my Christ. This is entirely just to try and get past people laughing at her for the whole bedbound era, is to her to repeatedly remind us over and over and over again that she is super fit, super athletic now compared to what she used to be. Because guys, sometimes I stood up for no reason at all, and sometimes I could even cook while standing, and then 99.9% of her cooking is her literally just taking stuff out of like a bag and putting it in an air fryer.
Who I was on YouTube, she doesn't exist anymore. Just the incapability of just living as a human, because here I am living on my own, where I need zero help.
Okay,
next question is, are you in pain?
Where I need zero help, says the woman whose mom has been in like every video since she went there, because she literally can't leave the house without having someone with her. I need zero help. Okay, bro.
Going out so much. No, I'm not in pain, but like obviously I do have lipedema and lymphedema.
Oh my God.
So by moving more.
Guys, I'm not going to talk about my health anymore, but you know, I'm in pain because my lipedema and my lymphedema. Like, I'm sorry. I just can't. Like, literally, she instantly used it as a crutch. She instantly brought it up. And she would argue, it's like, oh, well, people are asking about me being in pain from going out and everything like that. It's like, bro, there's literally no reason, especially if you're saying you aren't in pain. However, by the way, guys, I have lymphedema and lipedema, just to let you know, because I am still the victim here. They didn't need to be mentioned. They just didn't actually need to be mentioned.
I do swell more.
Yeah,
so that is the part that does suck a lot.
Oh,
that's one thing that my body can't get used to. Has Felina ghosted you? Okay, so the answer is no.
Okay.
But I really hurt her after we broke up by falling in love with someone else.
No.
I hurt her a lot.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Why are you such a liar? Oh my God. I hurt her by moving on from her, guys. Okay. She's the one who broke up with you. You said it yourself. Why would she be hurt that you moved on? Why would she? I love it. This is all fucking make-believe, because everyone has joked repeatedly that like Felina moved on from her instantly. Felina was immediately out. Felina was polyamorous, was probably out like fucking like 17 other people straight after Amber. Everything like that. Felina probably moved out straight away. Amber's, I hurt her really badly by immediately falling in love with someone else and moving on from her. And, you know, she wanted me back, guys. She wanted me back, but I had to tell her no, even though Amber herself said she'd try to get back with Felina. Felina turned her down, but, you know.
I obviously just could not control falling in love with someone else.
Sure, you could.
I very much fell in love. I did.
Sure.
And it just was really hard for her, and it became hard for me, and it became a very big mess, and it just really went to show, like, how much she did love me, and I felt horrible.
This is embarrassing. This is like, I don't know. It was like, is this like a narcissistic like daydream or something like that she's had? You know, it's like, well, guys, this is just clear proof for you guys listening to this. Make sure to write this down. This is clear proof that Felina loved me probably more than I even loved her. She was obsessed with me. She loved me. She probably thought I was the greatest person who ever existed, and was really upset because I moved on. You know, and I feel really bad for that, because I'm also like totes an empath. But like, she felt really bad that I had moved on because, you know, I fell in love with someone else, and you know what? You don't know what you got till it's gone.
And I tried to fix it, but I kept failing at fixing it. And
I don't like you.
She doesn't even want to continue being my friend. So I went through
what?
Like a whole.
So is she explaining that the friendship fallout, like the reason why Felina, because everyone knew Felina just wanted rid of Amber. It was pretty blatant. Even if you saw the video of her getting driven by Felina, who like Felina, champion of a person, for like driving her how many hours the other direction? I can't even remember how many hours the other direction. But she drove Amber all the way out here. But even though she's meant to be, I think, heading towards like New York, so she then would have to go all the way back and then all the way the other fucking direction. But are you sitting here going like, oh yeah, guys, she loved me so much, you know? Oh yeah, bro. In that video, she sounded like she wanted to shoot herself anytime Amber tried to fucking speak with her. Even though Amber was like, I had to stay awake the entire time just to keep her company. And it's like, oh, fuck, I think she would have preferred if you just shut the fuck up and gone to sleep.
Separate.
Wow.
Heartbreak in private.
Oh my god.
Like I just.
Oh, she tried so hard.
Living the heartbreak.
Oh my god, she tried so hard.
We were cordial for a bit.
Sure you were. Oh my Christ. I'm sorry. I can't believe this. I can't believe this is where we are rewriting the relationship to be as to why they're not friends. Is that she was just too heartbroken that I found someone else.
Left. We would text. Then like almost daily, I would text her like, "I love you. I miss you," because I just felt like I needed her to know. And I needed her to know that I was sorry that I hurt her. I talked it over with a friend,
sure.
And they said, I think it's time that you just like respect her and stop contacting her, and it's been really hard. This is gonna sound dumb to some people, but
the dumbest thing is that you said you talked over with a friend because you don't have any friends. That's honestly, for me, that's the dumbest thing about this entire situation. The problem was I was being too nice to her, and my friend had to tell me, "You're too nice. It's time to let her go."
I'm on day 5 of not contacting her.
Oh,
and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "That's so unhealthy." Trust me, I get it. I have mental illness.
Oh my god. Guys, I'm not going to talk about my medical issues anymore or try and use them as a crutch. However, I'm creepily obsessed with my ex-girlfriend, but because I have mental illness. I can't believe. Why would you... do you know what she should have done? She should have answered the first question last. She should have done something like that, because now everything that came since just seems really silly.
Was my very best friend for... like over 2 years.
Because you didn't have any friends.
I was going to marry her.
Yeah, and, I believe you.
It's just been really, really hard. So we are not in contact, and I'm going to be respecting her wishes, even if it's really freaking hard.
Wait, okay, so what is with the... is this whole fake storyline brought in solely because of the ghosting thing, where she freaked out because someone ghosted her and like drunkenly posted up an Instagram story about it, which I haven't seen like the full story or anything like that. I just haven't. I've been a busy baby boy recently. So is this because... so her trying to like... trying to change that and pretend that this isn't about her being ghosted by someone, and instead it's about her respecting Felina's distance and has stopped messaging her, and she's trying to reword it to make it sound like that? Because clearly when that person asked that, did Felina ghost you? They were referring to that drama. So surely like Amber should be going, no, Felina didn't ghost me. This person ghosted me. That's what I was talking. That's how most normal people would answer that question. Not like a 2-minute long spiel about how you're literally a saint and Felina's just too in love with you.
Like, it's been so hard. Like, I have wanted to call her, I've wanted to text her, and just these last 5 days, and it's like, I can't. And it's just been a whole other level of torture because I miss her so much. And I just think out of respect for her. Oh my
Christ. I love her facial expression when she gets it, guys, when it's just very blatantly her trying to think up whatever fucking storyline on the fly. I think it's respectful for her. Okay, bro.
Her and for myself and for our relationship. I don't want to talk about her. And I know
why weren't you like vlogging?
Come on here and say bad things about her. Not gonna happen.
She said exactly that about Becky. I think she said exactly that about every single relationship she's ever had. Guys, me coming on here and bad-mouthing an ex, never going to happen. Bro, you literally hinted at it over and over. That was one of the things she said. Oh, I have to talk about that later on, because she was sitting saying like, I don't feel safe here. Once I've moved, once I'm in my new place, I'll feel able to talk about what happened in this relationship. But right now, I don't feel safe. She was the one saying shit like that. And I was like, I would never badmouth Felina. It's like, but you already were planting the seeds that she was like an abusive bad person. You're the one who did that. So it's weird for you to be like, I wouldn't do that to someone. You would.
Never gonna happen. Next question is, how are the fur babies adapting to the move/new place?
No one cares.
They actually adapted really fast, which surprised me, especially because of Wasabi.
They're
Wasabi
animals.
Adapts
They're
slower
fine
than Twinkie and Rarity, but they're amazing. They seem very happy. They seem calm, and that just makes me really happy. Do you think it's why?
I'm glad she picked that question out of every other question she possibly could have picked. How are the animals holding up? It's like, fine. If they weren't doing fine, do you think she'd tell you? Do you think she'd say anything? She's claimed she's like the greatest pet owner for literally ever. Like, even if like Wasabi was like crucified to the wall back there, she'd be like, he's doing all right. He's hanging about.
Has to be drinking all the time with all the medications you are on.
But she's not on any medication.
Not on any medications.
Yeah, even I knew that.
At all. I can't tell you the last time I took a medication. It's been months.
Medication. Like, yeah, she hasn't taken medication because she just decided to take herself off all of it. Which is fantastic if we're going to get the diagnosed with BPD thing here, because that was one of the things she was taking medication for, along with anxiety and all. And I'm glad the anxiety thing definitely, it seems to have worked out as she sits here pretending to cry about her girlfriend.
I've been off of like anxiety medicine or for my bipolar, but I actually am taking a break on the whole drinking thing because I felt like I was turning to it. I did go through a phase a couple years ago where I was turning to alcohol, and the last time I drank was on live stream. I was drinking whiskey. It's because I was turning to alcohol because I just felt like I needed something so I didn't have to feel what I was currently feeling. And that's when I told myself, okay, I need to stop. But
that doesn't really make sense based on what you've said. Because, okay, the heartbreak thing has been ever since she has stopped texting Felina. That's the new current storyline, guys. It's hard to keep up with. I understand that. But earlier on in the move, she was saying how she has no anxiety, no issues. She hasn't had any mental health issues or anything like that since she moved. It's all amazing. Oh my god, hanging out with her mom's amazing all day. Her hanging out with her mom's boyfriend, incredible. Her granny, oh my god, it's all incredible. I love going to bingo. I love going to the casino. I love going to the science museum. All this stuff. She was painting like the most idealized version of her life possible. Admittedly on TikTok, having like mental breakdowns, but on YouTube, acting like everything was perfect and amazing. And that's when she was drinking. So, like, where's that? I've taken a step away from it. So, have you taken a step away from it from literally this second here you answered this question? Or since when? Because 5 days ago, you were apparently doing great. And it's only been the last couple of days since you stopped texting Felina where things have gone to shit. So, like, I need a timeline here, please.
Drinking because I'm not going to use alcohol as a crutch. I'm not that person. Or at least I thought I wasn't that person. But when I told myself I was going to stop drinking, I was able to do that. I didn't drink for about a year and a half. Sure. And now I'm finding myself going back to that. Like, at first I was like when? You know what? Single era, I live by myself, have a couple drinks. There's nothing wrong with that. But then I realized... Well,
there is.
Okay,
there is when you're like 600 pounds. I would say getting drunk when you're 600 pounds and you're in a house by yourself, and the last time you fell over, you apparently like blew up your entire ankle and literally were bedbound for months afterwards. Yeah, you know what? I would say drinking alone in your apartment where you're getting apparently extra super mega drunk, probably not a good thing.
The way this makes me feel. I like that it's taking away certain emotions, heightening other emotions, and it's making me feel good that I started doing it more frequently. And I kind of want to just take like a little break until I heal a little bit more. Have you finished unpacking? Yes, I unpacked within like...
Who asked that? Who? Fucking put your hand up. Who gives a shit if she unpacked yet? Have you unpacked yet? Yeah, maybe, probably. Who gives a shit? She might have a cardboard box sitting there. No one cares.
4
Oh my god.
Because I was just ready for all the boxes to be gone.
4 days. To be home. She unpacked within 4 days of moving, despite uploading basically daily every single day. But she was able to unpack everything herself. Because, you know, she doesn't need any help. By the way, she's single in, doesn't need any help. She's proven that to all of us, apparently, that she doesn't need any help. How? It took you, like, 2 months to pack. It genuinely took you, like, 2 months to actually unpack stuff. And, like, yeah, her stuff was clearly unpacked very quickly. Would not surprise me if she had the movers unpack all of her stuff for her, or her mom and her mom's boyfriend were there and did it all for her.
Me feeling so it's been a hot minute since I've been done unpacking. Let's talk about if you'd ever get back with one of your past girlfriends.
Oh
my gosh.
Saucy. Oh my gosh.
Circumstances were different. I would definitely get back with Felina. Yes, I would. Have you found a new therapist?
You know what? I was hoping it'd be more interesting than Felina because like it's not an interesting answer. Felina's like not an interesting answer because she just like was like, I cried because I haven't texted her in 5 days. And then it's like, would you like to get back with Felina? If the circumstances were different. Remember though, guys, she's not here to shit talk any of her previous girlfriends or anything like that. I've realized that is kind of suspicious and it's going to make people think, well, what circumstances? Because of the way she very deliberately worded that. This is what I'm saying when she's like, oh, I would never talk bad about Felina, and then she has to word it like that, which implies that there is something wrong, even though apparently Felina was the one who ended up with her, you know, everything like that. Sure, 100%. It would have been more interesting if it was Destiny. Like, she's never going to say Becky. It would have been more interesting for Destiny, but, like, come on.
Therapist. I actually have not. So, this is actually a good question to kind of lead into something else. A little bit of a backstory is, as you guys remember, I had to do 12 sessions of therapy.
Oh my fuck almighty. I'm sorry, I actually just can't believe we're currently here doing this, because... Wasn't question number one, remind me guys, I don't know, I'm not sure if I brought this up 1 or 2 times. Wasn't question number one that she wasn't going to go through any medical stuff anymore? Here we are, talking about if she's got a new therapist yet. Bro, this is why, answer that one last. Seemingly every question apart from how are the dog's doing and have you finished unpacking have been medical related.
To get weight loss surgery because I was trying to do that. And then I did the 12 sessions and then I continued seeing the same therapist, actually psychologist.
Did you
I liked him a lot, so I stayed. And then remember when I told you guys, okay, well I have to go to a new psychologist who actually specializes in something different, and I didn't feel comfortable saying what it was. I actually only went to see that psychologist one time because I ended up moving to a completely different state and I wasn't able to keep the same psychologist, obviously. But I guess now is the time to say.
Oh God.
I really did not want to share this.
I really didn't want to share this, guys. You know, even though I specifically told you about it when it was happening and hinted at it and said I'd have to talk about it in the future. I didn't want to say this. Well, you didn't. You started this video off by saying you weren't going to talk about medical stuff anymore because you're judged. Goober even understood that. Goober gets it. Goober's like, what are you talking about, woman? This doesn't make any sense. Goober, what's your take on this? Whoa. She's horrified, disgusted, offended. Why are we here? I didn't want to tell you about this. Then follow question number 1's fucking answer and don't.
Know why, but I think it's something that, like, out of the diagnoses
oh my god, it
my
keeps
whole
going
life, ever since I was 9, which I was 9 and diagnosed with depression for the
sure.
first time.
Sure, I believe
because
you.
Like I was in foster care, and just no 9-year-old should ever be diagnosed.
Were you 9 when you were in foster? I thought she went to foster care when she was like 11 or 12. I thought I was like 11 or 12. She went to foster care. Why does she keep changing this date? This is very confusing to me. I'm not a smart man, so I get confused a lot with this. Guys, I didn't want to tell you this. You can hear the fucking drum roll going for her dropping this piece of information. She is like teasing. She is blue-balling the audience as hard as possible to, God, I might say it, or I might say it. Bro, just say it or don't say it. Come on.
With that, but since then, you know, I've been diagnosed with OCD. I've been diagnosed with
oh my
PTSD,
God, what the fuck?
Bipolar. And those things
it
were
keeps
like
going.
So much easier for me to accept.
Sure.
And I don't really know why.
What is she going to claim? She was like, she got narcissism. Was she finally diagnosed with narcissism? Like Boogie 298 has finally confirmed, oh yeah, actually guys, I may actually be a narcissist, even though he'll 100% like pretend that didn't exist tomorrow. I'm sorry, what? Just get to the fucking point. Oh my God, it is like she is listing. It's like, you know when you had like Pokemon cards and you were like, you know, asking who needed the one. It's like, got that one, I've got that one, need that one, got that one. That is her with mental health issues.
Actually diagnosed on my 19th
oh my God.
session with my psychologist with borderline personality disorder. And for some reason, I have a hard time accepting that, and still have a hard time accepting that because it's obvious. It's obvious that I have borderline personality disorder, and it's something that like I always purposely...
It's, oh my Christ. It is just like everything. I find it always suspicious that these people who like are narcissists and really like attention and really like to be victims, all claim, and I mean all of them claim that they have got like everything fucking wrong with them. Everything. People used to joke all the time about Boogie, because Boogie used to repeatedly say, when people said, well, have you been checked to be a narcissist? And he goes, yes, strangely, my psychologist did check me and confirmed that I am definitely 100% not a narcissist. But then would like list off everything else he had, and it was genuinely BPD, bipolar, depression, anxiety, fucking schizophrenia probably. He would just list off like everything else and be like, oh, but I don't have narcissism. It is weird that Amber is just female Boogie.
Pushed away. Like, people would contact me and be like, you know, you seem like you have BPD, and I just automatically would shut them down and be like, nope.
Yep, sure.
I don't know what it is. I think
she has claimed BPD before, but I'm not even sure of that, because like I said, the problem is she has claimed everything numerous times before and then forgets it, and then later on claims she's diagnosed with it. Remember like PTSD? Like, I remember during me covering her, so it was the past like couple months before she had the breakup, she claimed she was like diagnosed with like PTSD or something like that, and everyone was like, bro, weren't you like diagnosed with PTSD like numerous times before? It's like, what the fuck? It's kind of like that.
Because with everything else, you know, like anxiety, okay, take some medicine, try some Zoloft, see if that helps. Bipolar, take some mood stabilizer, see if that helps, you know. But with
and if for some reason you're not doing any of that, you're just not. Anxiety, bipolar, that's fine. I'm just going to decide to stop taking my medication for a while.
Personality disorder, there isn't really a medicine for that. You have to work.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
it's just
this
like weight loss
explains literally probably 95% of the reason why I am the way that I am.
Sure. Okay. So you know why she said at the start of this? She was offended and horrified that people would dare accuse her of using like mental illness or her health as a crutch. Well, I'm glad we've got back to her saying, going like, not my fault, guys. This explains why I'm the person I am. Can't blame me. Mental health. I can't believe we actually have just got there. Like, this baffles me that this is how she decided to set this up. Like, when she was sitting back editing this, would she not be like, you know what? It's really stupid to include me, like, looking like smug and superior as I go, not my fault. This is who I am because of mental health. Did she not go, yeah, maybe that's a really bad look after that first question. But no, apparently not. She's fantastic.
And I don't know if I want to, like, talk about it anymore because, again, it's hard for me to accept.
Yep, sure. Can't wait to hear about it constantly now.
It's that one thing where I kept telling myself, this can't be real, this can't be true. And it is.
Wow.
And now it's just something.
Okay, see, the thing is, like, she is just, like, lying here. Like, I'm just straight up lying. her claim is like, oh, well, the thing is, if you have depression or anxiety, you just take a pill and that's it, and it goes away. It's like, well, no, actually not even close. Like, depression and anxiety is something you have to work on, because you have to, like, work to have, like, coping methods. You have to work to improve your life or change your life in a way that allows you to overcome your depression or anxiety. So, like, it's just so weird to constantly see her, like, smiling after saying this. Like, she looks so fucking smug ever since she dropped this piece of information. Like, she finally has found the holy grail of anti-criticism. You guys can't criticize me anymore. I've got BPD. Oh, it's not my fault. Oh, I can't just take a pill. And because I'm so mentally unwell, I can't fix myself either. Oh, what a conundrum. What am I to do? Like, it's just so fucking typical. It's like I said, she's just female boogie. Nope, am I just dying here randomly? Oh, YouTube couldn't.
It's just something else that I have to put in work, and it's just, maybe I feel like it's a bit unfair.
Oh my god.
I have to remind myself life isn't fair. You know? People are dealt with cards.
Sing along with me there, Goose.
Victim
Lynn!
That's like the motto that I need to live by currently. It's like, okay, my cards were dealt.
Oh my god.
Now let's play them, in a way that's just gonna make your life more positive. Next question is, give us the tea on the guy who ghosted you. There's like a rumor that a guy ghosted me. I'm just going to say right now that...
Because you posted a video saying it.
That rumor is not real. I don't know where that came from. Any changes you...
Oh, is that literally all the answer's going to be? It's just, there's a rumor that someone ghosted me? It's because you said it. This is why I say with like, even these Q&As, I've never asked Amber a question in any of these Q&As. I just wouldn't, because like, what is the fucking point? Because she will just lie. It is the thing why I always say, because like, I remember back when I made a lot more videos on Boogie, people were saying, going like, oh, you're doing the good fight, you're showing people what a bad person he is, and like, but that's not my intention. I'm not here to show he's a bad person, because like, I think everyone knows that he's a bad person, because like, even if I found every piece of evidence, which I have before on Boogie, every piece of evidence that he's lying about something, his response is, He's wrong. That's wrong. He's wrong. A lot of what he said there isn't actually correct. It's just, that's wrong. And that's it. That's it. So I'm well aware that these people are like this. That there is no, like, fixing them, correcting them, instructing them, informing them, anything along those, any buzzword I want to pull out of my butt. There is no fixing this. Like I said, you can shine a light on Amber and show all of her issues and be like, nah, didn't happen. It's like, oh, but you said this yesterday. No, I didn't. It's like, well, here's the video of you saying that. No, I didn't. Well, you did. Here's literally the video transcribed with like a videologist like telling you that it's authentic. That's fake. You're bullying me because I have mental health issues. That would be that's the conversation every single time. It's why I say there's no point talking to people like this. Why there's no point talking to Amber, Chantel, Boogie, any of them. Because they're all liars, they're all manipulators, and they all manipulate themselves as well to just believe that they are fucking perfect.
Noticed from your hysterectomy. Yes, my hair. My hair is the number one biggest change besides not having a period. Thank God. My hair, you can't tell now because it is straight, but my hair texture has completely changed.
Sure.
It's like curly and like, it's just like, it looks dry.
I was about to say, if she says this hair looks dry, it's like, then why does it look fucking greasy constantly? Stop sneezing. Did you sneeze into my microphone? Sorry, guys. I think she might have sneezed into the microphone, you fucking goof. I'm sorry. Her obsession with her hair just screams, I have no personality, but at least I have hair. Yay, guys. Aren't I interesting? I have long hair. It's like, no, bro, you're just not.
Dry and just not good. It's a texture that I do not like, so that's why I choose to straighten it so you guys can't tell. But on top of that, my hair has thinned a lot. My hysterectomy was a full hysterectomy, so I went through menopause at a very young age, obviously. So I'm just like showing symptoms of that, and I know that's like a really big one. And then another one is like, I notice I get hot and cold a lot quicker.
I'm sorry, guys, once again, you're going to have to remind me. Wasn't question one that she wasn't going to talk about her medical issues anymore? I remember her talking about her fucking menopause.
I ever did.
And her fucking temperatures.
But it definitely happened after my hysterectomy. Okay, I've had a lot of people ask if I will be doing Vlogmas this year, and honestly, I don't know.
She does this every year. She does this every year.
Vlogmas of all time. Because she
does this every year leading up to Vlogmas. She's trying to clickbait every single time I've ever seen her get ready for Vlogmas. It is always this. It is, guys, I just don't know if I will or not. Oh, who knows? Because, like this one, obviously it's going to be, because Felina's not there and it's so hard for me. Just all of that fucking absolute guff. she's gonna do it. I'm kind of excited because like at least daily content is a little bit more fun from Amber. Like when she's like tries to do other things. Like Vlogmas last year was like okay because it was like her like doing little challenges and stuff like that. She went out and all. Her doing daily content also kind of reveals how bad a person she is. Like when she was like randomly filming herself going to buy like stuff for like homeless people, and then like oh we're gonna go and drop this off. Actually, well, we're not gonna drop it off because it is raining tonight, so no. I was like, isn't that when the homeless people would need it the most, when it's raining? And he's like, well, I'll drop it off some other time because it's raining. It's like, Jesus Christ, you're so spoiled.
Remember how I felt during it. Not a lot of people have to enjoy it. It's fine. I mean, if you enjoyed it, thank you so much. But it's like, for me, a lot of my memories...
No, but you should want people to enjoy it. Imagine being like a YouTube content creator and being like, a lot of people don't need to enjoy my content. It's like, well, they should. This is literally your job. You should be going out to create content that your viewers would enjoy. It's just so weird. It's like, I don't care if people don't like it.
From like, how did that make me feel? I remember how people make me feel, how situations make me feel above anything else.
Wow.
And I remember
like
Vlogmas making me happy. I felt happy. I felt at home. I felt content. I was sad for it to end.
Wow.
And it's...
Even though you ended it like early, you didn't do the full Vlogmas, you didn't do like the 31 days, you just did I think 24 days or something like that. Like, come on.
Because of the things I was doing in Vlogmas. I just said I wasn't going to talk about Felina much, but she is a very
bro, this is like one time, it's like, well, I know earlier on I said I wasn't going to do something. Bro, I'm going to mention your fucking medical statements again. I can't believe that.
I enjoyed Vlogmas so much. I feel like we had
just like you enjoyed it with Becky, with Destiny.
Now when I think of Vlogmas, I think of her. So
sure.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to manage. So for right now, I do not know. I love Vlogmas, but... do I love it enough?
Oh my god, I literally knew this is where she was going to go with it. That I can't do Vlogmas because of Felina this time, guys. She'll do it. She'll do it again. She'll probably have a new girlfriend by then. This ain't that interesting, Amber. I'm sorry. I know it breaks your heart to hear. No one cares about this fucking boring ass relationship. Like everyone's happy you're out of the Felina arc because the Felina arc was terrible.
To every day be super sad over it?
Oh my!
No. Next question is, you should explain your TikToks. Oh my god, my TikToks. A lot of people think that they have like hidden meaning. They don't. I just really enjoy
hidden meaning?
Dancing.
Sure.
Lip syncing.
I wasn't.
Some people call them thirst traps.
They are thirst traps. They don't fucking try and lie about that. Like I wasn't sure what she meant by hidden meaning. But I'm assuming, like, when people say about hidden meaning, it's like when she is just randomly doing like a I'm a boss bitch. Oh wait, you think you're gonna break up with me? Well, I'll break up with you first, bitch. That kind of shit. Like that, it obviously has like a hidden meaning because like she's even said herself that there's been issues between her and Felina, like over text and everything like that, or people ghosting her. So like, yeah, it's blatant that there are hidden meanings to it. Thirst trap. Fuck yeah, Jesus Christ.
Definitely not. I'm just kinda,
you kinky bitch.
For the lack of a better term, I'm just feeling myself.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I just enjoy being that. And by that, I don't really know what that means.
Did she just walk herself into saying, I just like filming myself, I just like attention? I don't know what I actually meant by what I just said there. When I say I just like filming myself for attention online. I don't even know what I meant by that, guys.
I just enjoy that. So if you go to my TikTok and you see, you'll know what I mean. I just enjoy that Amberlynn.
Being
that
a hooah
to me is fun. What's it been like getting to reconnect with your mom? It has been so amazing.
Been very uninteresting. We went to bingo.
Much time lost that I think that we're trying to make up for. And
there's nothing I enjoy more than people constantly pointing out. It's like, well, her mom couldn't be fucked to take time off work apparently to travel and see her when they're like 15 hours away when she lived in Virginia, but now apparently is off every single day.
Have noticed some people saying like, why do you only hang out with your mom? Like, well,
have people said that?
I've only been here for a month. My whole
life, people said that?
I didn't have her. And we're both in a situation where we have each other and we're both wanting to build that relationship, whether it's mother-daughter or just a friendship. Because at this point,
I wonder if she's just doing the mother thing because she's trying to set up to get ready for £600 Life. And even with £600 Life, they never have just like some sad fucking loser by themselves. They always generally have like the mother figure or something. I wonder if that's what the reason is. I'm speculating that because honestly, it's like people keep asking why I just hang out with them. It's like, do they? Well, no one thinks you have friends. No one thinks you have other family. Everyone just thinks you're just a loser and you moved to Oklahoma specifically to be with your mom. So no one's wondering, oh, why aren't you hanging out with your other friends? It's because she doesn't have any. That's why.
Now it's like, she doesn't 100% know how to be a mom, even though she's doing an amazing job. And
Sure.
I don't even know if I know how to be a daughter, as freaking crazy as that sounds.
Oh my
so
Christ.
We're just trying to reconnect, and we're having fun with each other, and we have not just fun with each other, but we have those tough conversations.
I believe you.
A lot of apologizing, and we've talked so much about the past.
Have you done apologizing?
It's just been really good bonding experience for sure. What is the best part of living in Oklahoma besides being closer to family, and what's been the worst part of living in Oklahoma?
Not being in Virginia.
The best part is the fact that I actually love it here. I don't know why, but when I lived here when I was 18, it was just for like 6 months or something. I hated it. I don't know if it was like where I was living. I didn't really go.
She's so weird where she like assigns just to certain places, states, whatever. She's like, I hate Virginia. And it's like, why do you hate Virginia? Because like you never left your room 90% of the time, especially when you're living with Felina. You never really seem to leave very much. So why do you like hate Virginia? It's like, oh, I hate Oklahoma. It's like, why? I don't know. I lived here for like 6 months and I didn't really enjoy it that much. It's just like, so why do you hate an entire state? It's so weird. It's like me saying, I hate a country. It's like, why? I don't know. When I was going through the airport, they lost my bag. I was like, is that it? You hate that entire country now because they lost your bag, bro?
Anywhere. Now I go a lot of different places, but I just love it. Like, people here are so nice, and I don't know what it is. Like, the energy feels good to me. Worst part has been obviously
being with her Felina.
Waves of loneliness, for sure.
Oh my God.
Like, no matter how much family's around you, whatever it may be, sometimes moving to a new place with new surroundings where you have to create a new routine, especially without someone that you love.
A new routine? What? Like, I'm sorry. If this was like pretty much anyone else, this is a person who worked 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, is a hard worker, you know, had a big social group of friends and everything like that, had their family live there with them, and then they had to move to by themselves to an entirely new state. That would make sense. I'm saying I need to set up a new routine for myself. But when it's just you sitting there, I was like, in your apartment, like, you may as well be in Virginia. It's like, I need to set up a new routine for myself. No, you don't. Nothing has changed about your life whatsoever, apart from you're just in a different state.
It does create a sense of loneliness, and that has been really hard. And I know that obviously another worst thing is going to be tornadoes in the damn summer, ice and snow in the winter. Not looking forward to that. Next question is, what areas of your life are in need of the most improvement? Definitely
waistline. Yeah,
like 100%. Do you only leave the apartment on the weekend?
Oh wow, that was impressive. What a great fucking. I'm so glad we waited for that fucking question to come up. What do you think needs fixed? I need to be less fat. It's like, well, there you go. So thank you to an anonymous person who asked that question. Was definitely worth our time.
No, I leave on the weekends, during the week, just whenever I have plans. Are you going to start uploading?
Whenever I have plans. I think what you mean is whenever you can get your mom to drive you. I think that's what you mean. No, whenever I have plans, guys.
On a schedule again soon. I don't know. I feel like starting a schedule is only going to make me fail. And
oh my God,
too much failing.
She just does. Yeah, you do a lot of failing, but it is so weird. It's like, guys, if I set a schedule for myself, that's when I fail. No, you feel it just fucking everything, bro. Anytime someone says, hey, do you want to work towards something? It's like, nah, because if I work towards something, I'll fail. It's like, this is why you don't lose any fucking weight.
In several areas of my life.
Yeah.
So maybe it's best I don't have a schedule right now. How old were you when you graduated high school? I was 18.
Why would someone ask that?
We're going to end there. I feel like this video
Imagine we asked... That's the last one.
Did you enjoy it?
I didn't. It was absolute dog shit. That was the last question. That was the question we ended on. Not even a big bombastic one. When did you graduate high school? I'm assuming that's probably a reference, a joke. I'm assuming she probably has never, like, actually got through high school or something like that, and people are, like, trolling on her, and she just doesn't realize it. But, oh my God, that was really bad. Imagine... This is the thing with Amber, and she just can't help herself. None of these fucking weirdos can help themselves. I'm just so surprised by this. None of these fucking weirdos can help themselves. Amber goes away for a week. She doesn't come back with a bombastic, cool, video where she's out doing a bunch of stuff. Said, oh, I took some time off because I've been busy, been doing a bunch of stuff. I traveled a little bit, something like that. It's like, no, I'm gonna come back and just fucking sit here on my fucking couch and read questions and answer them very slowly for 20 minutes. It's like, oh fuck, Amber, oh, you spoiled us. We were so missing this content with you away. Oh, really bad. Oh, I was quite excited for this one, and it was nothing. That's gonna be it, guys. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.